Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sophie, and if you didn't already know that, that probably means that you should subscribe. So, I wanted to get that over with super quick because today's video is going to be a little bit different from any video I've ever done, and this is going to be a get ready with me because I feel like I have not posted in a hot second. The video that's going to go up before this was a vlog I filmed in February, so that's fun. But basically, I wanted to make a little life update because if you don't already follow me on social media, you should, because I'm also a musician and I release music, and that's basically where you're going to find out first, because I don't really, whenever I film a YouTube video, I never know when it's going to end up out. So it's like I can say, oh yeah, music coming out soon, but like I can never give like solid dates because I'm like, well, when this goes out, am I going to have like already announced the release date for it? Is it going to be already out? So am I going to like pre-save my album that's already out? But you should follow me on Instagram at Sophers8 everywhere, and that is where you'll hear about any music that gets released first. And you should subscribe if you aren't already, like this video. Basically, I'm going out with friends tonight, and I figured this is the perfect opportunity. I have to get ready anyway and show you like my makeup routine, show you my outfit. So I have these jeans from Dynamite, shirt from Dynamite, and I think this is also from Dynamite. So it's a big, just happy Dynamite overall. But basically, where have I been for the last 2 months, and why have I not posted anything? And the short answer to that is I have been involved in a musical with my school. And when I say I've been involved with a musical, I feel like that sounds like, oh boo-hoo, you were involved in a musical and like had no time, like get over it. This was basically a Broadway production. If you go on my Instagram, I have pictures that I posted from, like, they took in the dress rehearsals. We did Shrek the Musical. It was literally the Broadway script. So when I say this was Broadway, I'm not even kidding. And like the pictures, like, are actually unbelievable. I am just like blown away by how amazing everything looked, and even though I didn't have like a main role, I was still at every performance. I feel like I worked just as hard as most of the leads because I was on, even though I wasn't like a lead, I had a bunch of smaller roles, including like, I'll get into it, we had a dragon puppet and I was one of the puppeteers, which was like really hard to do. But before we get into that, I'm going to start my makeup, and so the first thing I use is the Rare Beauty, not the pore diffusing primer. I think this is like the illuminating primer, I'm not really sure. This is the travel size, the mini, and literally lasts so ridiculously long. I'm not even kidding. I just threw it out yesterday, literally lasted me months, and I use this pretty much every day. So here we go. Anyway, back to the musical. So basically, every single day from after school till 6 o'clock for the entirety of like February and March and like most of April, I was at school actively like rehearsing lines, going over dances. And let me just say, we've been working on this since like September. It's just like the past couple months it's gotten really intense, where it's literally every day after school you're doing something, whether it's vocal practice or acting or blocking or working on dances, you're doing something. So we had like full like 8-hour days on Saturdays doing choreography and stuff. So that like it's been the most immersive experience of my life for like anything I've done. Anyway, next I'm going for foundation, I have the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint. This feels like nothing. It looks like skin. And here's the thing, it's very definitely light coverage. So it doesn't, if you have like, I have like whatever pimples, blemishes on my face, it doesn't fully cover them, but it's super buildable. So I can use a concealer on top of it. And so just a little bit on my cheeks, and then a little bit on my forehead. And then I blend it out with a beauty blender, and it blends easy. It's so nice. I'm in love with this product. Also, I would like to say, literally don't trust any makeup advice I give. I am not a makeup person at all. I literally just know what works for me. I say, oh, it works so well, I love it so much. That's based off of like no comparison to anything. So like take everything I say with a grain of salt, because honestly, take everything I say with less than a grain of salt, because I know nothing. And I would like to make that extremely clear. Back to the musical. The week leading up to it and then the week of, it was like we were there until 10 o'clock every night, rehearsing nonstop. And even if it went over like the time that it said we were gonna go until, it was like, no one cares. You keep going, you keep pushing, because we've put too much work in this to not have it go perfectly. Like, and it did. It went really well, and I'll get into that. But basically, the actual rehearsal days, like after school, you would immediately go and get makeup and costumes on, because that literally took like 2.5 hours for everyone to get through, because there's so many people involved. This is like an entire school production. We had like, between students and teachers, probably like 2/3 of people, whether it was building sets or painting, getting things ready, and makeup and costumes in. lighting and sound and like stage crew. Like it was just, it's like absolutely insane production. Next I'm going in with the Rare Beauty concealer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm such a, I don't know enough about makeup, so I just follow what TikTok says, and apparently Rare Beauty rocks at what they do. So I'm like, and well, they do, from what I've learned, it works. Once again, I have nothing to compare this to, so I would just like to make that very clear. So much time not at home, and literally the week of the production, I just like slept all day. Like all the teachers were like, we're just gonna do all the chill things this week because you're all exhausted and dying inside. And the ironic part of the whole experience is that, was I exhausted, like more exhausted than I've ever been in my entire life? Yes, hands down. Was I like behind on schoolwork and had like so many overdues just piling up? Yes. Was I literally living off of energy drinks and protein bars for like the last like month that we were doing this? Yes. But I had never been happier in my life. And it's like such a weird concept of like, I had not a single spare hour in my life. I would come home, eat, immediately just take a hot bath so I could get the sweat off my body, because you sweat like crazy, especially in those costumes. I had like 7 layers on for the entirety of this 3-hour show where you're like high-key dancing or carrying a 700-pound massive dragon puppet. Like you're just, I would go home, take a bath, go to bed immediately because I was just so exhausted. There would be bronzer, cream bronzer, which actually like, I was really scared that this would not work. I was scared it would just like not blend, but it does blend super well, which is very, very exciting. I was just so fulfilled, and like the adrenaline that was pumping through my veins through every single one of the nights that we performed it, which was 4 nights for 4 sold out audiences, which was just insane, crazy. That it means so much to see all that hard work that you've put into something like pay off like that. And just tears of joy at the end. Just so many tears because you're like, all that work and it's done. We climbed the mountain, we made it to the mountaintop, and now we're up here, we're looking around. You're looking around with like 8th graders who you never thought you'd ever talk to, who you've never even seen before. And you're like, you are my close friends. Like, these are people I'm gonna say hi to in the hallways. These are people I'm gonna be texting at night before bed. These are people I'm gonna be giving relationship advice to, which is actually real. You know who you are if you're watching this. Okay, I'm just blending out this bronzer. I never know, like, I'm always scared it's gonna stick out and people are gonna be like, girl, you did not blend your bronzer enough. So I'm just like going crazy. Then the Rare Beauty blush, I feel like this isn't, I feel like at this point just expect it to be Rare Beauty because, and ironically my 2 best friends, or like 2 of my closest friends, were Shrek and Fiona. And then I was like, as I said, like not really any like big important parts. Like I was a fairy tale creature, so I was Mama Bear, and I was the dish that ran away with the spoon. That's my favorite joke, is when I'm like, yeah, we're doing Shrek the Musical and my 2 best friends are Shrek and Fiona and I'm the dish that ran away with the spoon. I said a dragon puppeteer, which was probably the most intensive job out there. Like we were carrying around this massive puppet. It took 7 people to carry this puppet and make it function and look like a dragon. And when we first introduced it, we were like, no way is this gonna work. Like we're gonna have to cut this. By the way, I'm using the Rare Beauty highlighter. Is anyone surprised? No. And then somehow, by a miracle, it worked out and it looked amazing. And like, I'm convinced when I say our dragon was better than Broadway, I mean it. Because Broadway has this like big role. If you watch, you can watch the Broadway production of the musical on YouTube. And I would honestly recommend doing it. It's way better than the movie, hands down. Because the music is just hilarious. And then also for the highlighter, I put a little bit on my cheekbones, and then I put some like in the, whatever, is it creases of my eyes? I don't know what they're called. And then on my nose, and on my forehead, and on my upper lip. And then just, not once had the dragon gone right before the opening night. Like we had issues with like doors opening, so it would come out, and curtains opening, and like moving too fast and not moving as a unit and looking like not like an actual dragon. It was so stressful, but like so like rewarding coming out of it. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. Well, I'm kind of partying, so hopefully it works. So what I did for the last 2 months, I was in a musical. I had the time of my life. I was so excited. I'm so happy and grateful for all the amazing people that I met. in the process of doing this musical because I feel like I have been opened up to like a whole new world, and this friendships that I made and friendships that already existed but like just became so much stronger, or even people who I like rarely ever talk to. I think honestly the part that I'm most grateful for is coming out of this with so many unlikely friendships and like people who I didn't know at all in any capacity before this musical, coming out as friends with them. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. But I'm just so grateful to all the people who are in the cast and the tens and tens of teachers who were involved, whether that was through stage crew or through lighting or through building sets, painting, or just honestly just supporting us and like giving us breaks and cutting us slack when we needed it. We needed it. Even though we were so drained, we were all so happy and we were all so excited that it went well. I'm using the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit for my brows, and then I have two mascaras. I have the Great Lash Maybelline mascara, which is probably expired, but it is what it is. And then the Ilia Mini, because I got this as like a free gift or something. And I was talking to some of my friends after, and they're like, so how do you feel now that Shrek's over? And we're just like, empty. Like, we have all this time in our lives and we're not at rehearsal every night joking with people and making friends and all this stuff, and it's like, what? Like, how? What? I have a life again? Or I don't have a life, rather? Or if my entire life was Shrek, suddenly it's nothing. It's like, shoot, I actually have to like catch up on homework and like do stuff now. I can't just not go to class because I'm tired. I should start talking about like my ideas for the future of this channel. By the way, my lip products I use are the Norwex lip balm, and then I have the Ilia, like, this is like, it's called a multi-stick, and like I use it for lips because it's not quite as like pigmented as lipstick, and I'm not a huge lipstick person, but it's like color and it adds to like if you have a full face and then no lipstick, you know. And then the Summer Fridays lip butter balm in vanilla. Goal is to post 5 YouTube videos in May. So I have one film that's basically done edited and about to be posted hopefully in the next couple days. Well, it'll be already be posted by this. So that'll be a Sunday reset vlog, and I think it's pretty short, so you should go watch that. And I have a Getting My Life Back Together post Shrek musical vlog already filmed, where I basically do like 70 pounds of laundry that didn't get done, and clean my room and prepare and plan for a new month. But anyway, so my plan for the future of this channel is I have a ton of videos planned that I really want to post like very, very soon in the upcoming like month and couple of months, and I have a lot of trips planned. Like in the summer is going to be super exciting. I have like 2 big trips planned already. I want to make more like music related content because that was kind of the reason I started my channel. Like I originally was doing, I would just do like covers or original songs I would post. And I really want to do more of that. Like I feel like I've kind of lost, like as much as I love making videos, music is like my main passion. I'm ready to go. Oh right, jewelry. I'm going gold today. Oh, I only have 1 pair of earrings that I can wear for like not even long periods of time, for like any period of time that don't irritate my ears. Literally every other pair that I have, I put on, and like within, I'm talking like moments, like minutes, my ears will get super irritated. But they're the only ones I can wear, and even after a couple of hours, they just start going, my ears just go AWOL. Well, I guess that's gonna be it for this video. I feel like that was way faster than I was anticipating it to be, even though it took me like half an hour to do my makeup because I was talking for so long. And I will see you all in the next video. Like I said, subscribe if you aren't already, give this video a like, follow my social media, expect more music related content, I guess you could say. Like I want to do, write a song with me, I want to produce a song with me. I kind of want to vlog the process of me releasing my upcoming project that I'm working on. Like I think that'd be a really cool thing just to have it on video, even for myself, even if I don't end up doing anything with it. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. So